$44 billion. That is my conservative estimate of the combined capital value of the 11 rail projects currently in active procurement or construction across the African continent. And here is what most people in this industry don't know. The majority of those decisions, the contractor selections, the equipment orders, the JV structures, will be made in the next 18 months. Not 5 years from now. 18 months. In this video I'm going to take you through every one of those 11 projects. The scope. The procurement status as of right now. The institution that controls the tender. And the one number in each project that tells you whether the window is open or closing. I've been tracking African rail procurement for 3 decades. The pipeline you're about to see is the most active I have ever seen it. Let's start with the biggest. I'll see you at the fair, or I'll see you in the next video. Project 1. The Lobito Corridor. Angola, Zambia, DRC. $6.6 billion. This is not a future project. This is a live EPC evaluation. 9 EPC contractors recently completed site visits and submitted bids. Bid evaluation is expected to conclude by mid-year, with preferred contractors selected between July and August 2026. If that timeline holds, construction contracts will be awarded shortly thereafter, with early stage works commencing by late 2026 or early 2027. The structure, 3 lots. Lot 1 in Angola and Lot 2 in Zambia are currently under EPC evaluation, covering approximately 800 kilometers of new greenfield line. A third lot covering signaling and operational systems will follow. Financing is substantially in place, $553 million from the U.S. Development Finance Corporation, $200 million from the Development Bank of Southern Africa, approximately $500 million committed by the Africa Finance Corporation, with the African Development Bank expected to match that contribution, and $320 million pledged by the Italian government. Who controls it? Africa Finance Corporation, AFC, as project developer and lead. AFDB as co-financier. Governments of Angola, Zambia, and DRC as sovereign partners. The number that matters, transit times from the Copperbelt to Atlantic ports drop from 45 days to under 15 days once operational. That is the commercial case, and it is why 9 serious EPC contractors are competing for this work right now. Project 2. South Africa, PRASA Corridor Recovery. Our $1.3 trillion National Rail Master Plan. 35 of 40 corridors have been recommissioned. Current ridership stands at 77 million annually. The government target, 250 to 450 million. To close that gap, procurement is running across 3 streams simultaneously. Rolling stock, the Gibela JV, Alstom plus South African manufacturing, is the template. 600 extrapolis trains for PRASA. Additional rolling stock procurement is coming. Signaling and ICT, station upgrades, CCTV, access control, all active tender categories. Infrastructure, station refurbishment, cluster by cluster. Active RFPs for Soshanguve, Wonderboom, Linros and Madunsa stations in Thwane are already in market. Who controls it? PRASA, Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa. Department of Transport. National Treasury. The number that matters, PRASA's current 77 million annual trips versus its 450 million target represents a gap of 373 million trips per year. Every single system required to close that gap, rolling stock, signaling, track, stations, is a procurement opportunity. Project 3. South Africa, Transnet Freight Liberalisation. This one is structural, and it's happening faster than the market realizes. 11 private freight operators have been approved to run trains on South Africa's network. Select operators are targeting service commencement before year-end 2026, with capital raising already underway. The majority are expected to reach operational status in 2027 as locomotive and wagon procurement completes. And now the terminal side is moving. Transnet has issued a request for qualification for a private sector partner for the Richards Bay Dry Bulk Terminal, currently handling 16.7 million tons annually, below its nameplate capacity of 18.5 million tons. The PSP aims to expand capacity to 26.9 million tons and position Richards Bay as a leading regional export hub. 2 further PSP programs are expected, the Njikwa Manganese Export Corridor concession by mid-year, and the Container Corridor PSP by the end of 2026. Who controls it? Transnet SOC Department of Transport. TRIM, the Transnet Rail Infrastructure Manager, as the open access regulator. The number that matters, the government's target is to lift annual rail freight volumes from roughly 180 million tons to 250 million tons by 2030, a 39% increase that requires sustained parallel investment from both private operators and in-network infrastructure. Project 4. Kenya-Uganda SGR Extension. $8.5 billion. Kenya's President William Ruto officially launched construction of the Naivasha-Kisumu-Malabar extension on March 19, 2026, in Narok County. China Communications Construction Company has been appointed as lead contractor. The Naivasha-Kisumu segment is targeted for completion by June 2027. Uganda has issued a €405 million Sukuk bond, a Sharia-compliant infrastructure bond, to finance its Malabar-Kampala section, which has been contracted to Turkish firm Yapı Merkezi. The bond will be cross-listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. However, and this is important for anyone bidding on supply chain, technical teams from both countries have been working to harmonize technical standards, including designs, signaling, and rolling stock, because Uganda plans an electric railway while Kenya's is diesel-powered. That interface is where the complexity and the opportunity sits. Who controls it? Kenya Railways Corporation. Uganda Railways Corporation. IMF, World Bank as co-financiers. The number that matters, the project is expected to reduce freight costs by 35% and travel time from Mombasa to Kampala from up to 7 days to a fraction of that. Project 5. Egypt High-Speed Rail. 2,000 kilometers. This project is under construction. The contract is awarded. Siemens Mobility is building Africa's first high-speed rail network, and the Volaro trains were publicly debuted in November 2025. What remains open for suppliers? The secondary supply chain. Power systems. Substations. Telecommunications. Station equipment. Depot systems. These contracts are not the headline number, but collectively they run to hundreds of millions of dollars, and they are not all placed yet. Who controls it? Egyptian National Railways. Government of Egypt as sovereign client. Siemens Mobility as prime contractor for the system. The number that matters, 2,000 kilometers. 41 trains. This is the largest single rail system procurement in Africa's history, and Siemens is the integrator, not the sole supplier. Project 6. Tanzania Central Corridor SGR. $3.93 billion Phase 2. Tanzania has secured a $1.277 billion financing deal with Sweden, Poland, and Italy, via their respective export credit agencies, for Lots 3 and 4, linking Makutupura to the Isaka dry port. This follows a total $2.33 billion syndicated financing package structured by Standard Chartered. Lot 5 linking Isaka to Mwanza, approximately 249 kilometers, is being financed through a $559 million Sinajah-backed facility, and constructed by China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. The AFDB has approved $696 million for Phase 2, covering the Tabora-Kigoma section in Tanzania and the Malagarasi-Musongati extension into Burundi, where it will serve the world's 10th largest nickel deposit. Who controls it? Tanzania Railways Corporation. AFDB as lead financier and global coordinator for commercial mobilization. Export credit agencies from Sweden, EKN, SEK, Poland, QK, Italy, SACE. The number that matters, Tanzania's SGR, when complete, will span 2,560 kilometers, the longest SGR network under single national development on the continent. And it is still financing Phase 2. Project 7. Morocco, Kenitra, Marrakesh HSR. MAD 53 billion, $5.3 billion. Land acquisition is complete. 20 million cubic meters of earthwork have been executed. 15 viaducts are under construction. Track laying is underway on several segments. Signaling systems are in preparation. Station construction began in early 2026. Civil works contracts have been awarded. ONCF awarded 2 Cola subsidiaries contracts totaling €430 million, €200 million for track, catenary, and substations across 346 kilometers, and €180 million for civil engineering works. What remains open? ONCF has launched an international tender to connect 3 electrical substations to the 225 kV high-voltage grid, valued at approximately 104 million dirhams. And rolling stock procurement is the big prize still to be decided. ONCF's high-speed train tender evaluation was described as in final stage at InnoTrans 2024, with award expected. Who controls it? ONCF, Office National des Chemins d'Affaires. Government of Morocco. The number that matters, completion deadline is 2030, when Morocco co-hosts the FIFA World Cup with Spain and Portugal. That deadline is not flexible. Project 8. Algeria, Gardaya, Elmenia Railway. 230 kilometers. GCF, the Groupe de Construction Ferroviaire, is the lead developer. An expression of interest for supervision and design consultancy was issued in 2026. The CTO of Rail Electri, GCF's railway systems subsidiary, will be presenting at Africa Rail. This is a project in early stage procurement, which means consultancy and design mandates are open right now, and EPC contracts will follow. Who controls it? SNTF, Société Nationale des Transports Ferroviaires. GCF as project developer. The number that matters, 230 kilometers of new line through the Algerian south. This is a greenfield project in a market that has historically been difficult to access for international firms, but with GCF's international construction network, the supply chain is genuinely open. Project 9. Ghana Railways Development. Ghana Railways Corporation is in master plan development phase. CEO Frederick Appo will be on stage at Africa Rail 2026, and that is the signal. When a railway authority CEO clears their calendar for a trade fair, it means they are in active sourcing mode. Ghana's rail program covers both freight rehabilitation and urban transit expansion. The authority is actively benchmarking procurement models from South Africa and East Africa. Who controls it? Ghana Railways Corporation. Ministry of Railways Development. The number that matters, Ghana's railway network covers approximately 947 kilometers, of which a significant proportion is inactive. The entire system represents a rehabilitation opportunity, and the World Bank and African Development Bank are both engaged on financing. Project 10. Ethiopia, Addis Ababa Rail Corridor Expansion. Ethiopian Railways Corporation is in active business development mode for both the Addis urban network expansion and longer-distance corridor links towards Sudan and Djibouti. 2 senior directors, Business Development and ICT, are both presenting at Africa Rail. The signal here is the same as Ghana. When 2 directors-level representatives from a national railway authority show up at a fair, they are not there for the panels. They are there to meet contractors and suppliers. Who controls it? Ethiopian Railways Corporation. Government of Ethiopia. The number that matters, Ethiopia's rail network serves a country of 130 million people, the second most populous in Africa. The development imperative is structural, not discretionary. Project 11. South Africa, Gauteng high-speed rail. Pretoria to Polokwane. 500 kilometers. Feasibility is complete. Construction is targeting a start before the end of 2026. When it begin? This will be South Africa's first long-distance high-speed rail line, and a completely different procurement profile from PRASA's commuter network. This is about new build systems, track, electrification, rolling stock, signaling, stations. The full package. And the tender authority, Gauteng Province in partnership with the Department of Transport, has the feasibility in hand. Who controls it? Gauteng Provincial Government. Department of Transport SA. The number that matters, 500 kilometers. New build. Design speed not yet published but HSR specifications implied. Procurement expected to move to market in late 2026. Now let me give you the intelligence layer. 5 things the project list alone doesn't tell you. 1. The financing architecture determines the supply chain. Tanzania's lots 3 and 4 are financed by Sweden, Poland, and Italy. Export credit support comes from EKN and SEK from Sweden, QUG from Poland, and SACE from Italy. That means Swedish, Polish, and Italian firms have a financing advantage when bidding on those contracts. This is not preference, it is the commercial reality of tied and partially tied ECA structures. Know where the money comes from before you choose which projects to pursue. 2. China is competing on 2 tracks simultaneously. In November 2025, China signed a $1.4 billion agreement with Zambia and Tanzania for the modernization of the Tazara Railway, the competing route to the Lobito Corridor. Chinese firms are also dominant in Morocco's civil works and Tanzania's Lot 5. For Western and Indian suppliers, understanding where Chinese contractors are the prime in. Therefore potential clients for subcontracting versus where they are competitors is the first filter. 3. The Uganda-Kenya interface is the most underestimated technical risk. Uganda is planning an electric railway while Kenya's is diesel-powered. The interoperability challenge at the Malabar border crossing, rolling stock, signaling, traction power, creates a systems integration requirement that will need a specialist. That is a niche, and niches are where margins live. For South Africa's local content requirement is a market entry tax, or a competitive moat. Every PRASA and Transnet contract is subject to BBBE. The Gibela model is the template. If you are an international firm without a South African manufacturing or services partner, you are not qualified to bid. Full stop. The firms in the engineering and local partner sections of the Africa Rail exhibitor list are not optional conversations, they are the entry ticket. 5. The 2030 World Cup is a hard deadline. For 2 projects. Morocco's Kenitra, Marrakesh HSR and the broader transport network must be operational by June 2030. That is 47 months from today. Procurement timelines that slip now become delivery timelines that cannot slip. For the firms that have been waiting on the sidelines, the window is open, but it is not wide. Earlier I asked, what is the one number across these 11 projects that changes your strategy? Here it is. Of the 11 projects in this pipeline, 7 have active procurement moving right now. Not in planning. Not in feasibility. Active procurement. Lobito Corridor, EPC bids under evaluation, award expected mid-2026. PRASA, rolling stock, signaling, and station tenders in market. Transnet, Richards Bay RFQ live, 2 more PSPs by year-end. Kenya SGR, construction contract awarded and work underway. Morocco HSR, civil and systems contracts being awarded, rolling stock still open. Tanzania SGR, Lot 5 under construction, Lot 6 and 7 in AFDB mobilization. Gauteng HSR, tender expected before year-end 2026. 7 out of 11. Active. Now. The other 4, Egypt, Algeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, are either in construction with secondary supply chain open, or in early procurement where consultancy mandates are live. There is no window here that is more than 18 months away from closing on the prime contractor positions. The firms that will win those contracts, the ones that are currently unknown in this market, are making their decisions right now. They are attending Africa Rail 2026. They are walking the floor, sitting in on the sessions, and having the conversations that lead to JV agreements, teaming letters, and eventually, winning bids. If you are in this industry and you have been watching Africa from a distance, the cost of waiting one more year is not zero. It is measurable, in projects awarded to someone else. Here is what to do now. Step 1. Map your position against this pipeline. Which projects fit your technical profile? Which countries fit your risk tolerance? Start with the 3 where you have the strongest existing capability. Step 2. Identify your financing alignment. Which ECAs back which projects? If your government has a financing agreement with any of these project countries, that is your entry point. Step 3. Get to Africa Rail 2026. The decision makers from PRASA, Transnet, Kenya Railways, Ghana Railways, and Ethiopian Railways are all registered. This is not a fair where you collect catalogues. This is where you have the conversations that open the file. Step 4. Use the project intelligence in releasing with this video. I've prepared a full project briefing document, every project, every authority, every procurement stage, in one searchable reference. Subscribe to Rail Compass, comment project list below, and I'll DM you the link within 24 hours. Step 5. Subscribe and hit the bell. Next Thursday I am going deep on the project that has the largest single procurement decision still to be made in this pipeline. You need to know this one before July. Africa's rail window is open. The question is who is in the room when it starts to close. I'll see you in the next video.